Biodiversity and its conservation. What is biodiversity? Bio, that is the life, living organisms on this planet, and diversity means variation. So we see different kinds of plants and animals around us. They are of different varieties. In plants, we see different varieties in their shape, size, colors, the type of flowers, the type of fruits, the type of leaves. In such a way, we find lot of variation. Even animals also, we see different kind of animals in different shapes, different sizes, different food habits. So there is a large variety of life on this planet. We call it as biodiversity. So now what we are discussing here about the biodiversity. So we observe that, we find that in nature this diversity has come gradually, but due to the human intervention or due to the human activities, so the diversity is reduced. Many species, many organisms are endangered. That means they are becoming extinct, vanishing from our view, from our sight. So that is because of the human activities. So there is a damage to this biodiversity. It is very important because it is the nature. So everyone has the responsibility of giving the nature, good nature, natural atmosphere to the future generations. We cannot totally disturb or upset the nature. So it will leads to so many serious problems. We have already studied about the ecosystem, how organisms are dependent on one another. So if any such some organisms, some species are affected, it will affect the whole food chains and food webs. So in this part, we are going to discuss about the importance of biodiversity and how to conserve it. So I told that vanishing of certain species from our view, it is an indication that there is a disturbance or a decrease or depletion in the biodiversity. See, for example, some 20 to 30 years ago, so early in the morning we used to listen different bird sounds. We used to find different kind of birds around us. Sparrows, parrots, cranes, and crows, pigeons, and different kind of birds. But now we lost the sight of all such birds. We are not able to find the sparrows. And here and there some places we find the crows. Crow is also disappearing. We see the parrots are disappearing. Cranes are disappearing from our side. So among these, the sparrows are completely not found. So what happened to these species? Why we are not able to see them? What happened to the cranes? What happened to the sparrows? So they are disappearing from our side because of the human activities. They are losing their homes. They are losing their habitat. There is a disturbance in their ecosystem. So their population is decreased and gradually becoming extinct, completely vanished out of the planet. So that is a danger to the biodiversity. So we see the diversity or variety in groups like plants. A large variety of plants are found. If we see animals, in animals also a large variety, a lot of diversity is found. Even the unseen world, unnaked world, that is the microbial world. So microbes, if you collect some pond water, a drop of pond water and observe it under microscope, you will find different types of bacteria, algae, and many protozoans like amoeba, paramecium, euglena, such. So you see that how much variety of life is there in single drop of water. So we can estimate millions of species of plants, animals, and microorganisms are making up the universe, so varied, diverse, and variety. So we observe that, do you find the diversity between different species, or in between one species are there any differences? Say for example, we discussed that there are different types of plants, but if you take same type of plant, you have taken some grass plant and another grass plant. This is also grass plant, this is also grass plant. This is A, this is B. Will you find the similarities, or will you find both are same exact? even in the same species, will you find the features are same? The leaves may be longer in case of the bee, they may be smaller, they may be broader here, they may be not broader. So there are some differences. If you take some animal, you have taken some two kind of dogs. You have seen. If you have taken some dog or some kind of a cow, if you have taken some cows, two animals, will you find the similarities completely similar, both the cows? Cow is of same species. Of course, if you have taken the same species cow, if you have taken two cows for comparison, will you find all features are similar? There are some differences. There may be difference in their color, there may be difference in their size, their strength, their thickness. So likewise, there are many variations within the species. Even you see the human beings, even you see the bacteria or any other microorganisms. So even within the species also we find so many variations. Even human beings, you see your classmates all are human beings, boys and girls. If you take some 5 boys, do you think all will be of having the similarities? Some will be dark skinned, some will be light skinned, some will be thin, some will be fat, some are having height, some are short. So there are so many variations. So that is the diversity. Diversity is not found between the species, the diversity is found within the species also. So finally it states that every organism on this planet is unique. Every organism is unique. So that much of variety is found on this planet. So no two organisms match exactly. Even twins also you see that there are similarities, but there will be some differences also. They are not exactly identical. So the exactly identical feature is not there in any of the living organisms. So we observe the variety within the species and between the species, that is the biodiversity. Now let us take an example how the biodiversity is disturbed or damaged by the human activities. So human activities, here one example we take that thermal power stations. We know thermal power stations, these are the power stations to produce electricity needs of the people, which run by burning coal. Coal is burned in a thermal power station to produce electricity. Electricity is required to grow the crops for the farmers and for domestic use. So because of that, thermal power stations are set up close to the coal mines. So by that the coal can be easily transported and power can be generated. So here the problem comes like near to the coal mines, if there are any forests, forest land, so the forest land is cleared and that land is allotted for the thermal power station, or thermal power stations are set up within the forest or close to the forest. So here we have Ramagundam thermal power station, Ramagundam thermal power station in Karimnagar district. So before setting up this thermal power station, it was a dense forest with a wide variety of this flora and fauna. There are so many producers, so many consumers are there, herbivorous animals are there, deers and different kind of herbivores